It's time now for Carter's Corner. Everything Bay Area sports on the Northern California Sports and Entertainment Network. Here is your host, Carter Kim.
My internet thankfully works. Hello, everybody. Welcome back to Carter's Corner here on Northern Lights Entertainment. I am Carter Kim. Right now, the New York Mets and the Philadelphia Phillies are currently playing in Citi Field in New York. That's obviously really fun because who doesn't love baseball in October? Obviously. I'm actually going to be writing a paper on that for school. But look at us, man. Look at San Francisco Giants. I mean, hopefully this stream is actually working. It doesn't crash out, but oh, there we go. Oh, man. Alec Bohm gets thrown out. Okay, there we go. Thankfully, my internet is working. And, yeah, okay, there we go. All right. Tyrone Taylor apparently just made a great throw from the outfield and gunned down Alec Bohm. That's impressive. Just make sure everything's technically working because I am worried that my internet's suddenly going to crash out. If it does, then we're going to be in trouble. All right. Alec Bohm made a slightly got thrown out at second by Taylor. That's going to be that's a tough one for Bohm, but yeah. Let me just get the stats really quick because that might be important. Man, my Wi-Fi, I'm worried, y'all, because my Wi-Fi might just crash. Like randomly, out of nowhere, it might just crash. And I'm worried that that's going to just happen out of nowhere. Oh, boy. Okay. Just make sure everything works. But, yeah, Peter Alonso hit a dong. Hi, we're catting him. Switch your keyboard. All right, here we go. I mean, I'm glad that this thing is working right now because I thought my stream wasn't going to be working. The stream wasn't going to work. So now we're good. But yeah, Real Muto flies out to Tyrone Taylor. All right, I mean, we have ourselves an interesting game happening over in Citi Field. The Mets are still fighting against the Phillies. And tonight, later tonight, the Los Angeles Dodgers will face the San Diego Padres down in Petco Park. All I'm going to say is this. The Dodgers really woke up the Padres because their idiotic and jerk fans tried to throw at things at our people, not our people, but at the Padres. I mean, they did do that at our people too when we were playing them, but it's like, yeah, the Dodgers fans they are sometimes just the most classless and horrible people in baseball, especially when things aren't going their way. I mean, it's not anybody else's fault that Tatis and Merrill are absolutely owning you. It's not their fault. And you're just being the most crybaby people I've ever seen. That's just some of the saddest stuff I've ever seen, man. It's so silly and stupid. But yeah. But anyway, it's good to be back. It's good to be watching some baseball here tonight. It was impressive what Peter Alonso did. He hit a dong, which was impressive. He manages to give the Mets a chance to win. But Sean Manaea has also been dealing right now. He has kept it quiet for 4 innings, which is good for the Mets. But yeah, I am still nervous that my internet's somehow going to crash out. Here we go. Not to mention, it is opening night for hockey, and I'm going to try and learn a bit about that because it's hockey, and I've heard that it's a sport that I should learn a little bit more about. I figure with a combination of soccer and basketball, I'll enjoy that a little bit, but let's just see how it goes. I mean, like, I can't wait to see how it looks, how the game is played. I mean, I didn't get to see Glenn's show today, but I'm going to watch it later. But yeah, try and learn a little about the game, about the players on the team, especially the Sharks. But yeah, we will see how all this goes. Also wearing one of those John Travolta shirts, which is also hilarious. But Yeah. All right. I mean, I'm just okay. Let's see if the game is started back up. I don't think really. Oh, yeah. Breaking news today. Jets coach Robert Saleh, former defensive coordinator for the 49ers, has been fired. All I got to say is this. Robert, if you want to come home, come on home, man. Because right now we need you a lot. We need defensive coaches. And Robert Saleh, please just come home, man. We will do whatever it takes. You can come back home. You can be the head coach you can be the defensive coordinator. Come on, man. Just come home. We all know you're a good defensive coach, and we know you know what you're doing there. So just please come home, Robert. You seem like a good guy, and it's the whole Jets situation is not your fault, but it's like the scapegoat gets blamed on the coach. It's almost always the coach. Aaron Nola deals. It is a 2-0 count. Aaron Nola has been surprisingly iffy today, even though he's actually been pretty good, except for the home run he gave up. But here we go. Nola to Pete Alonso. 0 outs, bottom of the fourth. 2-0 count. Nola from the stretch. Looks into Realmuto. He deals. It is a nice sinker. Bottom right-hand corner. And it's a strike. Alonso has been having a great postseason, had some great moments. But let's see if he can go up against Nola. Nola in the stretch. Throws. It's another dot sinker in the exact same spot. 2-2 count now. Bottom of the fourth. Nobody's on base. I mean, that's great. Aaron Nola has been fantastic in that way, but he did give up that home run, which was definitely a problem. Nola, 2-2 count. He deals. It's a knuckle curve on the outside. Doesn't get it because he throws it in the dirt. Trying to get Alonso to chase. Wasn't well executed enough for that, though. Iglesias waiting on deck. Nola. 37 pitches in. 3-2 count full. He deals to Alonso. And it's a strike 3. Perfect pitch. Right to Alonso. And he has him K'd. All right. 1 out. Bottom of the fourth. Mets up by 1. Nola has been doing very well pitching, except he gave up that home run, which is definitely going to be an issue later. If he can keep this up and stay at that 1 home run and the Phillies can just knock in 2, that'll be great. They'll be golden, actually. Here we go. Bottom of the fourth, 1 out. Iglesias. It's the same sinker by Nola, and Nola is just not differing from that pitch. He is continuing to pitch that one spot. Nola in the stretch, 0-1 count. Looks into Realmuto. He deals. And it's just outside on the cutter. It is a 1-1 count. There we go. All right. 1-1 count. Is just high and away with a 4-seam. Not good enough to get in the zone. 2-1 count. Nola. 1 out in the bottom of the fourth. Trying to keep his team in the game. 2-1 count. 1 out in the bottom of the fourth. Nola from the stretch. He deals. And it's a sinker that he catches immediately on a little soft line drive. And they are now 2 down. All right. And also later tonight, the Los Angeles Dodgers and Michael King will go up against and the Los Angeles Dodgers and Walker Buehler will go up against Michael King. And I'm willing to bet the Dodgers pitching goes shambles again and Michael King tries to lock it down. Aaron Nola, bottom of the fourth, he deals. To Winker. Winker takes. It's a ball 1 just above the zone. Winker has been so-so this postseason, but he's had some good moments. 1-0 count, 2 outs. Winker from Nola, he deals. Is a just below the zone with a cutter. Nola trying not to take too many risks with the lefties. So sorry. Nola in the stretch. He deals 2-0. And it's a strike at the bottom of the zone with a nasty sinker painted. All right, here we go. Aaron Nola, 2-1 count, bottom of the fourth, 2 outs. Looks in from the stretch. He deals. It is a high drive deep to right field. That ball is in the top deck. It is gone. And Jesse Winker continues his torrid streak for the New York Mets in the postseason. I mean, yeah, I don't know how the heck that was up in the zone. Perfect place to hit it. Just an absolute freaking nuke from Jesse Winker. All right, here we go. I mean, yeah, that's just both runs given up have been home runs by Winker and Alonso. That's just not good from Aaron Nola. Bottom of the fourth, 2 outs. Pitch to Marte. Marte tries to bunt, but it's a sinker low and away, and it's a strike. 0-1 count to Nola for Nola. All right. I mean, that's just very unlucky. It's a great hit. 1-0 count. Marte takes a knuckle curve away. He managed to time up the four seam at the top of the zone. I just crush it. Sorry. Very tired. Nola from the stretch to Marte. 1-1 count. He deals. Swings on the knuckle curve. Great pitch. All right. Nola, 1-2 count. Bottom of the fourth, 2 outs. He deals. And it's a take by Marte on a curveball. 2-2 count now. Oh, my gosh. Looking at the lineups between – oh, wow. Freddie Freeman's actually going to play versus whatchamacallit, versus the Padres. There's a lot of the guys who are going to play. And Marte strikes out swinging. 2-2 count. It's it's end of the fourth. We'll go to the fifth now. And, yeah, that's impressive. Oh, my gosh. All right. I mean, that is certainly one of those moments, isn't it? Just a very unlucky moment from Mr. Nola. I mean, that's just not something that you want to happen right there. Yeah, that's just very, very unlucky from Nola. It was Winker managed to time up the fastball at the top of the zone, and he crushed it. The first ball he took was actually a fastball above the zone, and he wasn't even trying to hit it. He was just trying to time it. It's a great hit from Winker. Keeps himself squared and crushes it. Sorry, there we go. All right. I mean, just been a upside down, topsy-turvy day for sports in general. I mean, we've seen Robert Saleh get fired. We've seen a bunch of stuff happen in the MLB season and how this thing is gonna shape up. We've seen differences in how basketball might turn out. I mean, it's gonna be an interesting year for everybody when it comes to sports. In particular, this October is just going to be a great month because there's going to be so much to talk about for me, Eric, and Glenn, or Eric, Glenn, and I, and we will be very inclined to tell you about it. Glenn will be inclined to tell you about how the Sharks are doing. Eric and we'll all be inclined to talk about Giants baseball and how that's going to go. We'll talk about basketball. We'll talk about football. I mean, I'm a massive basketball guy, so I've watched the Warriors for as long as I can remember. So it's going to be an interesting month, y'all, just to be able to talk about all this, have some fun about whatever, and hopefully you guys will be interested too. Because I hope you are, because it's very fun to always be here with you guys, talking about the games, about whatever's going on. But yeah. All right, we're back in New York. We are back in New York. Aaron Nola is definitely not happy. He left a very good pitch up in the zone for Jesse Winker. Sean Manaea, on the other hand, has been dealing against the Phillies lineup, and he has not relented in his pursuit of keeping him under his control. He's only allowed 2 hits, struck out 2. He's gone 4 innings, going into the 5th now. Pitch to Hayes. He swings through a sinker. Great pitch away. 0-2 count, bottom of the or top of the 5th, no outs. I mean, it's just been an absolutely incredible day for baseball, in my opinion. I mean, I don't think it's the last few days in general have just been great for baseball, but I cannot believe what I've seen, all these impressive moments from all these players, especially Tarek Skubal last night, plays from Salvador Perez. I mean, like, it's been great watching baseball. All right, Sean Manaea manages to strike out Austin Hayes. Top of the 5th, 1 out. Aaron Nola left a fastball up in the zone for Jesse Winker, and Jesse Winker just crushed it. Manaea deals. He has left a sinker in the zone, and Sosa decides not to hit it. A 1 count, top of the 5th. Manaea swings through a sweeper, and that'll be a strike as well. All right, here we go. 0-2 count, top of the 5th. There's only 1 out on the board. Manaea is trying to keep himself cruising through the game and trying to give himself a chance to win. Manaea, 0-2 count. He deals. And it's a strike 3 from Sean Manaea. That is a fantastic pitch from Sean Manaea. Great stuff from him. All right, here we go. Jeez, man. All right. Sean Manaea pitches. He grounds out right to the second baseman, and Manaea has had a nice quick 5th inning, keeping everything under his control, it seems. He has 4 Ks in 5 innings, giving up only 2 hits. He's been great. One of the things I noticed this postseason is that a team may give up hits. It may give up a couple, like, what the fuck is going on, man? Fuck off. Oh my gosh. God damn. Now I know who it is. Now I know who it is. Fucking hell. All right. I found him finally. Oh my gosh. All right. But yeah, that's the one thing I've noticed this postseason is that there hasn't been a lot of teams that give up walks, or a lot of pitchers in particular. The highest walk count I can remember was Zach Wheeler against the Mets this series for 4 walks. And that wasn't even that bad because he struck out 9 from there. I mean, he was great. But even then, with all the other pitchers, whether it's Skubal, Hunter Brown, or any of the other great pitchers that have gone this postseason, Michael King, not a lot of them have given up walks. They haven't given up walks at all. I mean, there might be days where you think they might have given up a couple hits, but they've not given up walks. And it's very impressive to watch how they've been doing there. I mean, that seems to be an interesting stat. I wonder how many walks have been given up these postseason by starting pitching, at least. I think relievers will probably give up a couple more, but we'll see. You know, I am really impressed with how well pitchers have done this season in the postseason. I mean, just great pitching all around from everybody that's involved. I mean, like you got like Sean Manaea doing super well. You have Zach Wheeler doing super well. Other people who have been doing super well. Let's look at the guys in this postseason. You got Michael King, obviously. You have other pitchers from the West, Tarek Skubal, who's been fantastic. I mean, also looking even at the teams that have lost, like the Houston Astros, for example. Hunter Brown had an incredible game. I mean, it's been interesting to see how postseason pitching has been. I mean, I've enjoyed it so much. But yeah, it's been great, man. I love it. But yeah, I do love it when the pitching is quality in the postseason. Listen, I do love offense because who doesn't love offense? But you can't help but be impressed with really great pitching. I mean, you got to be impressed with it because it's just been like it takes art to shut down lineups that have made it this far. I mean, usually when you face lineups like this, they're usually like top five type offenses. I mean, you look at the Phillies, obviously, Padres, the Dodgers, even the Mets as well, who have been great. The Tigers have been okay. The Guardians can be great. The Yankees are being carried by Judge and Soto, and the Royals have also been great. All these lineups have been shut down from time to time. I mean, Judge and Soto were silent last night, and Bobby Wood Jr. and Vinny Pasquantino also didn't do great. Along with that, there was quiet for most of the game versus the Guardians and the Royals. Skubal was great, but a lot of his offense wasn't great. I mean, pitching this postseason has been phenomenal. There have been some offensive outbursts like, Mets, Brewers, but overall, postseason pitching has been absolutely fantastic. I've been enjoying myself there as a pitching enthusiast. But yeah. All right. We're back in New York. Bottom of the fifth. 0-2 count from Nola to Tyrone Taylor. Nola. He deals from the stretch, and it's a nasty changeup. I really like what he's doing right now because he's going sinker a lot and in that same spot. And then as people are starting to pick up on that sinker, he starts throwing changeups instead, which I'm really impressed by. I mean, it takes a certain type of pitcher and a certain type of catcher to understand when those moments come, and I'm impressed with how he's been doing so far. I mean, yeah, he spun a really nice changeup versus Tyrone Taylor. Nola from the stretch to Alvarez. Bottom of the fifth, 1 out. And it's a strike on a great sinker on the bottom left corner. He has been – yes, Nola has given up 2 home runs today, but he has been very good with his location. I mean, it's also the fault of the Phillies offense for not getting turned up when it matters. Francisco Alvarez, 0-1 count. Nola deals. Let's up Carter. Why wouldn't Manaea pitch like this when he was Giants? Because he was at the back. I don't know. It's strange because I feel like this Mets magic really has something to it because this has literally been Manaea's best year of his career in terms of ERA, in terms of how well he's been playing. I mean, I'm not sure. And also we were never willing to help him out. Farhan Zaidi never helped him out. They never gave him the support to be a better player. And they never found a way to get him back into the starting rotation, even though he can do stuff like this. But as of right now, the dude is absolutely out of his mind. He's dealing on the Phillies. I mean, we're looking at a I said that this series might go down to 5. It depends on how this game goes. But if the Phillies can win, they can definitely win the next game. But if the Mets do, then they can keep themselves under control. Sinker outside is a 2-2 count. Bottom of the fifth, 1 out. Alvarez has been having a pretty good postseason, Francisco Alvarez. He's obviously led the pitching staff admirably, but he's also been very good at the plate. Alvarez, 1-1 count. 2-2 count. Bottom of the fifth, 1 out. And we have a time violation, making it 3-2. Manaea was always pretty decent. Farhan moving him up and down from starter to reliever screwed him up. Wood and Stripling said the name of how far it's screwed with their psyche. I mean, yeah. That's just how it works, man. It's just always seemed to be how it works with the with Farhan. I mean, thankfully he's gone now, as Aaron Nola absolutely strikes out Francisco Alvarez. I mean, again, he has 7 Ks today. And he's only got 60 pitches through 5. He's been absolutely fantastic, but the Phillies offense has not been good. Hi, Shardall. Hello. But yeah, he has been fantastic today. 7 strikeouts, 2 earned runs, 4 hits. But the problem is 2 of those hits were home runs, and that's a problem. I mean, I really like Aaron Nola. I think he's a fantastic player, but it's just you got to get some offense too from the Phillies. That was a really nice K. It was a fantastic pitch, just a little inside. Francisco Lindor has been a little up and down this postseason. He's mostly been but everybody else on the Mets has been great, so it doesn't really matter. 1-0 count, bottom of the 5th, 2 outs. It's now 2-0 count because Nola spiked a curveball, a knuckle curve in the dirt. All right, 2-0 count, 2 outs, bottom of the 5th. I don't know if the Phillies are toast, but they are not looking great. And honestly, the offense is just not doing as well as it should be. 2-0 count, 2 outs, bottom of the 5th. He deals. And it's a nasty knuckle curve by Nola. It's a 2-1 count now. I mean, great pitch from Aaron Nola. Again, Aaron Nola, I don't think he's necessarily doing badly. Yeah, he's given up 2 home runs, but he has 7 Ks. He's been absolutely great. He's only allowed 4 hits. Nola, and he gets another knuckle curve on Lindor. That makes it a 2-2 count. But yeah, I think the Phillies, I feel like this is going to go to 5. I think the Phillies will take one at Citi Field. They'll head back to the bank, and we'll see how this goes. 2-2 count, bottom of the 5th, 2 outs. Nola from the stretch. He deals. And he strikes it out on a 4-seam. As a Giants fan, I'm rooting for Sean Manaea and the Mets. I mean, the Mets, I really like the Mets, but I listen, I did say this on the show when we were doing playoff predictions over at Giants Sports Talk Live. I said, if I'm wrong about the Mets, if I'm wrong about the Phillies winning, I'm not mad about it because I would like to see the Mets continue doing what they're doing. It's just you wonder how much they can keep it up because as good as the Mets have been, I was always more of a guy who preferred the Phillies because of how good they are overall. Plus, when Bryce Harper is destroying worlds on that roster, there's literally nothing that can beat them. But sorry, there's a noise out there. I don't know what's going on. But anyway, point being, I think that it all really depends on if the Mets can continue to do what they're doing. If they can take this next game or this game that we're currently playing right now, they're in great shape. But I feel like the Phillies are also a team that's like really good at keeping themselves in the game or keeping themselves in a series. They just have to keep their head up. And I really like them. I like Harper. I love Trey Turner. I love Kyle Schwarber. I think that team is just full of great guys and great players. I feel like I feel a really immense like for Bryson Stott and Alec Boehm. They're a great team. They just really need to just get better. And they need to do better in the series. The problem is, that's the problem. You can't get better now. Yeah, it's a really good banner. We got it at I think at a store. I can't remember where I got it, but it was a pretty nice one. But yeah, it's just looking at this series, the Phils cannot keep doing what they're doing because if they do, they're going to be in massive trouble. Thankfully, top of the order is coming back up. Let's just see where it goes. Okay, we're still at commercials. Thanks, Jardol. I appreciate it. Kyle Schwarber, Trey Turner, and Bryce Harper are going to come up. I mean, Harper's been having an excellent postseason as usual. But it's pretty much just him, though. That's the biggest problem with the Harper thing. It's like it's just him trying to carry this team on his back. I mean, it'll be interesting to see how it goes, but they are not in a great spot. And someone's got their alarm on, in the room below me. I go live once a day at 3 o'clock, so that's just how I'm scheduled. All right, Please tell me they're back. Nope, they're not. We're still at commercials because commercials are the worst. Oh, please. Yes. All right. Top of the 6th, 0 outs. Manaea to Schwarber. Nasty changeup from Manaea. Great pitch. He has been holding it down against the Phillies. Let's just see how it keeps going. Schwarber, fly out and a strikeout, 2 for 12. He has not been great this series. And now they're in 0-2 count. What Manaea has been able to do today, he's been able to just get ahead of all the Phillies hitters, and he's been able to keep his head in all those situations. And it's going to be interesting to see if they can keep that up. But yeah, Manaea to Alvarez, and it's a sweeper just away. All right, 1-2 count. Schwarber just below the zone with another great changeup. 2-2 count. Top of the 6th, 0 outs. We have an interesting one ahead of us. Turner's up next. 2-2 count. Top of the 6th, 0 outs. Schwarber, Manaea in his stretch. He deals. And it's almost a strike just outside the zone. It's very impressive how Schwarber managed to take that. Schwarber here. 3-2 count full. Manaea in the stretch. He deals. And it's just below the zone, and they have a walk, just like Johnny said. I mean, yeah, that is the first walk given up today. That's the first walk given up today by Sean Manaea. He's been great today, honestly. I've been loving how he's played. But you got to see if the Phillies can put something together in this inning. Manaea up against Turner. Turner gets set. And they almost backpick Schwarber. Bit of a risky play for Alvarez, but probably worth a shot. Please tell me my internet doesn't fall off a cliff right now because I'm worried. Manaea, 1-0 count to Turner. Top of the 6th, 1 man on first, and he swings through a nasty changeup. 1-1 count, top of the 6th. 1 man on base, 0 outs. Great at bat from Schwarber. Turner, he deals. And it's a 2-1 count on a sweeper from Manaea. Manaea really trying to keep himself in control, but he seems to have lost a step right here. Manaea, 2-1 count. 0 outs. 1 man on first. He deals to Alvarez from the windup. And it's just away. 3-1 count. It's getting ugly right now. He is really looking ugly right now. It's not looking good. And they're about to bring out Amir Garrett possibly to try and relieve him. 3-1 count. 0 outs, man on first. Turner has the green light. And it's another walk, and we are in trouble. I'm not because I'm not a Mets fan, but it's like 2 men on base, and they're about to bring up Bryce Harper. Harper has been having an excellent postseason. He's looking to take a shot at Manaea. Pitching coach goes out to the mound to talk to him and Alvarez. Harper, we all know what this guy can do in the postseason. He's been a hero. He's been a villain for many people. But here we shall see if Manaea can truly hold up against one of the best postseason performers in MLB history. Harper looking to put Philly on his back. Top of the 6th, no outs, no batters retired. And we are looking at a bad situation for Sean Manaea with 74 pitches. He's been very efficient, but right here he has not been. Harper, 0-2, no outs, top of the 6th. He deals. And he swings through a changeup, almost got on top of it. Harper, 2 men on base, no outs, 0-1 count. Top of the 6th, Manaea trying to keep it in control. Manaea to Alvarez. He deals. Harper swings through another sweeper. This is why I hate the pitch clock. It doesn't allow the pitchers to collect themselves. I get it a little bit, but I do think the pitch clock has been helpful in some ways. I think it needs to have a little bit more length to it, but I think it's just kept the games at a decent pace. You know, I don't necessarily think it's perfect. It just needs to be given more time, in my opinion. Harper, 0-2, and he swings through it again. What? Oh my gosh. Harper has struck out with 2 men on base. Surprising turn of events. And Manaea managed to work himself out of a bad situation. It was 3 really good pitches, and he has been dominating on Bryce Harper today. Even though Bryce Harper has been fantastic against lefties this year, just a couple ugly swings. Castellanos, and he fouls a sinker off away. But yeah, Johnny, I think that the pitch clock, it needs to improve since players really need something a little different when it comes to this game. I mean, you just need to change a couple things. I think it'll get better. But 0-1 count, 1 out, 2 runners on base. It's a swing, and it's a nice jam up and in by Manaea. 0-2 count, 1 out, 2 men on base. Turner at first, Schwarber at second. Trying to keep the game in his hands. Manaea, 0-2 count. He's ahead of Castellanos. He deals. And it's a shot, but it's picked up, and it's a double freaking play, and Manaea works himself out of a jam. Great freaking play. Castellanos lined it immediately to the second baseman, Iglesias, and he throws it back to Lindor. Lined it to Iglesias. Iglesias picked it up easily, and he throws it back to Lindor. It's an out. I mean, that's just bad luck. That's not a situation that you can even control. That's just bad freaking luck. That is too bad, really. Got their alarm on, bro. Oh my gosh. All right. Yeah, that's just massively unlucky from the Phillies, but it's also a great job from Manaea keeping his head in the game and didn't give up. I mean, he has gone 6 innings, shut piece, and yeah, he allowed 2 walks in that inning. And honestly, he should have been more efficient. If he had managed to retire a couple batters more quickly, he wouldn't be in trouble right now. But he has gone 6 innings, 2 hits allowed, only 2 walks, and 5 Ks. 80 pitches. He's probably going to have at least 1 more inning or 2 more innings, depending on how things go in that inning in the 7th. But that's impressive, in my opinion. He's kept himself in the game despite some adversity. But yeah, here we go. Dude, can this person... Oh my gosh, someone's got their alarm going downstairs, and it's just ringing still. Hey, Cars, so Freddie Freeman is in the lineup today? Yeah. I mean, that's impressive, honestly. Like, I don't know what the heck Freddie Freeman is doing. Like, I get that he's a great player, but if he gets hurt again, then he might be in a lot of trouble, too. I mean, yeah, that's just tough. I mean, I don't know how the heck he's still doing it. I'm wondering if he's lost a step, because I'm wondering if he's just lost a step in general, Freddie Freeman. Hold on. Let me just look this up for everybody so I can emphasize this. Okay, I'm going to present this on the screen for everybody just so I can emphasize this. These are Freddie Freeman's stats from this year. These are really good stats, obviously. I mean, everyone look at this. You see red. This is probably better than most players. This is great, obviously. But then you look at last year's numbers, and you're like, huh, he was a little better last year. And then look at the year before, even better. So you think to yourself, like, is he like declining? Like slowly but surely declining? Because he has been good for like the last 3 or 4 years. And then this year has been a bizarre anomaly, because this used to be like up here. This was like up here. I mean, I don't know. Freddie, I think in general, it's not just about injuries. It's just he's just breaking down in general. He's not as good as he used to be. I mean, I think he's just on a very slow decline because he used to be hitting like 300 last year, and this year he's hitting like 280, which is really respectable. It's a great number, 280. Like 280 nowadays is like 310, like 5 years ago. But that's still a very, very large drop off from like what used to be a really good player. Father Time is rubbing his hands. Yeah, I mean, Father Time is the most undefeated thing in sports. All right. 1-1 count from Nola to Vientos. He deals. It's a strike. Bottom of the 6th. I mean, it's just been Manaea has had a great day, and I think he'll go out one more inning because he's only at 80 pitches, and they want to get through 7. But it's been a great day for him. Nola, 1-2 count. He deals, and it's almost a strike, but it's just outside the zone. Nola, all things considered, despite those 2, if you take away those 2 home runs, he's been great today. It's just those 2 home runs just really bit him. It's too bad. 2-2 count, bottom of the 6th, 0 outs. He deals. It's just away, 3-2 count, full. Nola trying to keep the Mets trying to keep the Phillies, trying to keep them in a position where they only have to overcome a 2-run deficit. In the stretch, Nola, he deals. And it's a foul ball. Dude, can someone turn down that freaking thing? All right. Nola to Vientos, 3-2 count. He deals. And it's a knuckle curve that's fouled off. All right. My gosh, this has been a very good pitcher's duel. Just Nola has given up those 2 home runs, which is definitely going to be a thing that he's annoyed at for the rest of the day. 3-2 count, bottom of the 6th, no outs. Nola, 72 pitches in. He deals from the stretch, and it's a shot in the left field, and Nola has given up the first hit he's given up in a little bit. That's going to be a problem. So he has at 73 pitches as of right now. He's deep in the 6th. He's been doing well. I'm just wondering if Nola can do it. It's a tough base hit. Yeah, I mean, he muscled that one too. Vientos, by the way, has been absolutely fantastic this postseason. He's been great. All right, Brandon Nimmo up in the batter's box. Nola from the windup. He deals. It's just high. I think Nola's not as good in the windup as he is in the stretch. Whenever he's in the stretch, he's able to be more methodical. But whenever he's in the windup, he's pitching a little too fast, or he's getting into his motion too fast. Nola, 1-0 count, runner on first, bottom of the 6th, no outs. He deals, and it's a strike on a 2-seam sinker in on the hands. Good pitch for sure. It's a nasty sinker for sure. Great pitch. Nola, 1-1 count, nobody out. He deals. And it's a changeup that is fouled off, 1-2. 1-2 count. No outs. Runner on first. Nola trying to give his team a chance to win. Look at his stats for later. 1-2 count. Oh, man. It's Strom and Kerkering are up in the bullpen. I know Phillies fans are angry as heck right now. 1-2 count, bottom of the 6th, no outs, runner on first. Nola in the windup. He deals. And it's a pop-up, or is it foul? It's a foul ball. There we go. Tough day for Aaron Nola. He's pitched admirably, but he has just given up the 2 hits that really got this game out of control. For the Phillies, at least. 8 Ks. He's pitched well. Only allowed 5 hits. Gone 5 innings as well. He's just been very unlucky in that regard. Nola, 1-2 count, bottom of the 6th, no outs. He deals. And it's low and away on a knuckle curve. Yikes. The pitching is getting worse because the time has just been wearing on both of them. Bottom of the 6th, 2-2 count, no outs. Nola, he deals. And it's a knuckle curve just outside. That makes the count full. Nola seems to have lost his control. The one thing he had going for him today. Nola, 3-2 count, bottom of the 6th, no outs. Runner on first. He's gone 79 pitches today. He deals. And it's just high, and Nimmo gets a walk. Yep. Man, that is just heavily unlucky for Nola. And he's going to get one more batter, but honestly, I might take him out now. I would honestly be very inclined to take him out right now because you do not want Pete Alonso to face him after what he did to him. Sorry. All right. Polar Bear. Yep. This is going to be a tough one because Pete Alonso has been known for owning on Aaron Nola this year and years past. All right. They're having a mound meeting. Here we go. Nola against Peter Alonso. Alonso has had a interesting season, up and down, but it has been good nonetheless from him and the Mets. They're trying to get their head in the game and give themselves a chance to take the lead in the series versus Philly and possibly put Philly in an elimination game. But here we go. Bottom of the 6th, no outs. 2 runners on base at first and third. Nola trying to just keep it in his hands. Any hit here will be a problem. Nola, he deals. It's a nice sinker on the bottom right corner. Great pitch. That'll be strike 1. I believe after Peter Alonso, regardless if he gets up a hit or not, he's going to probably have to get switched out to the bullpen. 0-1 count, bottom of the 6th, no outs. Alonso from Nola, he deals. It's up and in, and it almost hit him. That's a tough one, man. Oof, that was very close. It almost hit Pete Alonso. Just a very, he buzzed that. He scared him a little bit there. Nola, 1-1 count. He deals bottom of the zone. It's very close, but it's now a 2-1 count. Alonso trying to keep the game get the game into Mets control. Nola trying to get in a position to keep the Phillies in the game. 2-1 count, no outs, bottom of the 6th. He deals, and Alonso swings through a knuckle curve. That is a strike. 2-2 count for Alonso. Runners on second and first. Alonso not necessarily looking for a home run here, though that would be good, but if he can just get one solid hit, he can bring Vientos and Nimmo home. Alonso, 2-2 count, bottom of the 6th. There has not been a single out recorded by the Phillies. Nola sets in the windup. He deals. And it's almost a strike, but it's a 3-2 count, full again. Yikes, that's bad. They are looking really bad right now. Here we go. Polar Bear, 3-2 count, runners on first and third. Nola on the windup, he deals. And it's just outside, and we have a bases loaded situation, and Nola will almost assuredly be taken out. He's not taken out. I don't know. Yeah, they're taking him out. That's just a very, very bad day for Aaron Nola. Just heavily unlucky. Now they're about to bring out one of the very volatile relievers. That looked like a strike to you. I mean, it was just outside, I think. It was if you frame that up, yeah, maybe, but it was a very close pitch. That was very close. To me, it looked a little different. I'm not sure how you're watching it, but I'm watching it from the Fox broadcast. So to me, it looks like just a little outside. It was a great pitch, though. That could have been a strike if it was framed up a little better. Man, that's just a very unlucky turn of events for Aaron Nola, who had been playing okay. One of the things he hadn't done, he hadn't put runners on base, but he has just put 3 on base for some poor reliever to clean up. And we know that that relief pen has not been great for the Phillies this past 3 games. For the past 2 games, sorry. Here we go. All right. Let me just look at Aaron Nola's stuff. I mean, I'm getting a look at what he's been doing. He's been okay. He's been pretty damn good this year. The knuckle curve is just not playing well today. He's throwing that 4-seamer a little more. The problem is the Mets are sitting on it, so they're not very inclined to just keep it. He's been throwing the sinker and the changeup a little more often than not today. I've even seen him throw a cutter, but yeah, just not a good day for Aaron Nola. He's not doing what he's usually able to do, which is just run that fastball, run a 4-seam like this, trying to run it up and in on hitters, and use a knuckle curve where he can just like snap it harder and get it on to get hitters to swing super hard on a pitch that's a little faster. It's just, yeah, he's not been good today, and he's just off his game right now. But yeah, he's responsible for 3 runners on base, and I highly doubt that the next reliever is going to just come in and strike out the side. He didn't even get 1 out. It's just, yeah, but he has not gotten 1 out, and that is not good. Apparently, the Phillies have left 4 runners on base today. All right, Kierkegaard, and it's badly bobbled, but it's a force out. It's a force out after the infield came in. Sosa makes a great play at second, and they keep the game knotted up at 0-2. Sosa almost messed up and lost the ball, but he manages to throw home quick and get the force out on Mark Vientos. That could have been very disastrous. And Mark Vientos is not that fast, which is a little, a bit of a demerit. But bottom of the 6th, 1 out. Kierkegaard is keeping them in good situation. He pitches, and it's just outside with the sweeper. All right. Phillies bullpen has not been good this postseason, but they're going to have to do well here. 1-1 count. Bottom of the 6th, 1 out. Jesse Winker, the one who hit the solo home run earlier, is up. 1-1 count. Bottom of the 6th, bases loaded. Kierkegaard deals. It is a foul on a sweeper up and away. And it's a catch. Wait. Oh, it's not a foul. My bad. No, that's my bad. Great play from the left fielder, Marsh, who kept it in the park. 2 outs, bottom of the 6th. Are the Mets about to whiff with the bases loaded? Is my question. Keeps Brandon Nimmo at third, and Jesse Winker is just not. I thought that was fouled. Apparently, it was caught. Marte 0 for 2. Swinker in. Jeez, that was very close to hitting Marte. Bottom of the 6th, 2 outs, 1-0 count. Marte has not been great this postseason so far. 1-0 count, bottom of the 6th, 2 outs. Kierkegaard deals. And it's a shot in the gap. That's a base hit. At least 2 runners are going to score. Nimmo scores and Alonso scores, and they've cut off third. Marte is knocked in 2, and it is 4-0. And Kierkering tried his best and just could not keep it under his control. And right now we are looking at a 4-0 deficit for the Phillies, and poor Aaron Nola has just got today. Kierkering did the best he could, but that's just a very unlucky turn of events. Bottom of the 6th, trying to keep the game under their control or at least give themselves a more reasonable deficit. Marte managed to hit a nice shot into the field. Real Muto knew that it was kind of out of his hands at that point. Marte, good hit for sure into the field, and it gets 2 men home. Bottom of the 6th against Taylor. Kierkering disengages. Kierkering, first strike on Taylor, 0-1 count to the center fielder. 2 strikeouts today for Tyrone Taylor. Has not been great, but he's been better in the field. All right. Taylor, 0-1 count. 2 men on base. All right, y'all. I'm probably going to go in like a couple minutes here. Anything anybody else has got to say, if anybody wants me to talk about something, now would be the time to do it. And it's a shot, but it's out. All right. That's perfect because it's end of the 6th, and I'm kind of getting a little tired here, y'all. So, and I also had difficulty starting up my internet, so I was a little late. But hey, it's been good seeing you guys. It's been good having you guys around. Thank you guys for coming here every day, supporting myself, Eric, Glenn, Wilby, and all these other guys. We appreciate it a lot, all of it. And it's good seeing you guys, good talking to you, but see you later, okay? Really good seeing y'all.
You've been watching the Northern California Sports and Entertainment Network, a Northern Lights Entertainment broadcasting station.